If you are still looking for a Valentine, may I say, join the club. The struggle is real. You might discover the dating rules may be changing. Dating site Match conducted what it calls the most comprehensive survey of singles in America. It looked at dating, at relationship trends, shifting gender roles, and social taboos. So the study finds this, that men lead the way in new dating rituals. 95%, Anthony, are in favor of a woman initiating the first kiss or asking for a guy's phone number.
Not against it.
But I like that. But only 29% of women actually initiate the first kiss, and just 13% of women ask for a man's number. Biological anthropologist Helen Fisher worked on this study and analyzed the findings. She is also, I love this title for you, Helen, Chief Scientific Advisor for Match.com. Welcome back to Studio 57.
Thank you.
So is this new that men are okay with women making the first move? Because when I was growing up, it's like, that's a no, big no-no.
It does. It seems to be part of a much larger trend of women piling into the job market, gaining economically and gaining sexually and socially. And over 90% of men would love it if a woman initiates the first kiss, initiates the first sex, asks for his number, or calls the following morning before he does when it was a good date. You know, men say that feminism has really made dating easier, safer, and more enjoyable for them. And I understand why. There's a lot going on
I get
in a man when he has to ask all these questions and get constantly rejected.
Yeah, we're really burdened.
I know. I was going to say.
Men fear rejection too, though.
Oh, big time.
This ties into something else the study found that's interesting, which I thought was that the number one turn on men say now is female entrepreneurs.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
It's another part of this trend.
at that.
Yes. And in fact, I began to think, why is this? I mean, what is an entrepreneur? But they're daring.
Yes.
They're creative. They're conscientious. They're going to have some time off because they're their own boss. It makes sense. And, you know, it's not unusual. I mean, for the last 10,000 years, women have been really in the home, which is fine. But bottom line is, we were really built to, I mean, for millions of years, we lived on the grasslands of Africa, and women commuted to work. They came home with 60 to 80% of the dinner. The double income family was the rule. And we're moving back towards that. And it's men that are leading the way, not women.
You call the major trend in romance and marriage, quote, slow love.
Slow love.
What does that mean?
Well, what we're seeing now, and by the way, this is a national study. We don't poll the Match members. It's a representative sample of Americans based on the U.S. Census. And what we're finding over the years, and we find it this time too, is a real extension of the pre-commitment stage. You know, where marriage used to be the beginning of a relationship, now it's the finale. And what I think is going on is these people want to get to know every single thing they can about a sweetheart before they tie the knot.
And you say, which is really interesting, particularly among millennials, sometimes that literally begins with sex.
Isn't that
before
amazing?
the first date?
That's before the first date. Depending on your point of view, that's either a good or a really bad.
Gayle
But
and I are not in favor of that.
What's
Gayle
the
and I are
psychology of that?
Okay, so I'm not in the good bad business. I'm in looking at the trends.
Yes.
I'm judging.
Well, that's fine, whatever. But the bottom line is, you know, I think they, as I say, want to get to know everything about a partner, and they're getting into the sex first. 34%.
Before a date, Helen.
34% before the first date. And
What are they looking for?
They're looking to see if they want to spend their time and their energy and their money on this person, because they're actually very serious. Millennials particularly, they want to marry. They're quite dedicated to finding love in 2017, but they're doing it differently. They're courting first by getting to know somebody. Yeah, I guess you know a lot between the sheets. You know, you learn a lot. And then not just how they make love, but whether they got a sense of humor, you know, whether they're patient, whether they can listen. And they're probably not scared. They're not scared of getting pregnant. They know how to handle that. They know how to avoid disease. They don't have to walk the walk of shame. So sex is now part of the puzzle. But what's so interesting about this slow love, I call it fast sex, slow love. I thought to myself, well, if in fact you have this long pre-commitment or commitment light, L-I-T-E light, maybe by the time you walk down the aisle, you know what you have. You think you can keep what you got. And so I decided with Match to do a study of married people to see whether maybe we're going to see happier marriages, because bad relationships can end before. And so I asked a lot of questions to these 1,100 married people. One of the questions was, would you remarry the person you're currently married to? And 81% said yes.
I love that. I love that. The best place you said to meet people are the bars, the gym, the laundromat. I was stuck on the laundromat, because if you're at my age and I meet you at the laundromat, I'm a little concerned.
Are you at the laundromat a lot, Gayle?
No, but I'm thinking at my age, I want a guy that has a washing machine.
Exactly.
I'm serious.
I think you've got a very good point. First of all, New
a
Yorkers.
washing machine and a house or an apartment. I don't want a guy that's going to the laundromat. So is this
Right.
an age thing?
I think it's a part of the country thing because there's a lot of people who live in houses and they're young and they don't have the equipment in the house, and so they're going to the laundromat and they've got nothing to do with the laundromat. So you're a captive audience. You're both got the same socioeconomic background
Right.
because neither of you has the washing machine.
There are studies
You
that
live
show
in the same neighborhood.
there are studies that show, these are lean-in studies, that men that help with the laundry, that you have better sex with your partner.
Okay, that's a different study. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that. Okay. Helen Fisher, thank you very much.
Nora is sharing personal information here.
Okay.
Happy Valentine's
Mr.
Day.
Tracy, help with the laundry, Nora?
No.
We're getting into dirty laundry now.
Okay. Okay.